Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be recreating this beautiful style with the drawstring at the shoulder line and the basque waistline. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please continue watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video to your family and friends. To celebrate 7,000 subscribers on this channel, I created a WhatsApp group for you all to join. I'm going to pin the link under the comment section. You can click the link to join the group if you want me to recreate any style. For this tutorial, these are all the measurements you need to take. You need to take your shoulder measurements, your sleeve length, your shoulder to the bust point, your shoulder to the under bust, shoulder to the waistline, shoulder to the upper hip, your round under bust, your round waist, your round upper hip, and you need to take your gown length. For this fabric, I have 3.5 yards of fabric here, and it's because I'm working for a plus size. If you are working for a medium person, you need about 3 yards. I will not be drafting on the fabric. I will be drafting directly on my pattern paper. So I already placed my pattern paper on the table, and the first thing I'm doing here is I'm marking a straight line. It's going to be the shoulder line and it's going to be the starting point. So after that, I'll come to the part facing me and I'm going to mark 2 inches. 2 inches will be for the overlap on the front, but I'll still be using this pattern to cut the back as well. So I will mark 2 inches till the end of the paper, then I'm going to connect it to have a straight line there. So the new line now will be the center front, and all the measurements will start from the new line now. The next thing to do now is to mark my shoulder to my bust point, and to do that you are going to place your tape on the first line, which is the shoulder line, and you are going to mark your shoulder to your bust point. My shoulder to my bust point is 11.5. I've marked it. Then I place the tape again and I mark my shoulder to my under bust. The shoulder to the under bust is 15.5, so I've marked the 15.5 as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect the 2 points. I'm going to connect them together to have a straight line. So this is it here. The first line is the shoulder line. The second line is the bust point line. The third line is the shoulder to the under bust. And see on your screen now, this gown contains 3 pieces: shoulder to the under bust to the upper hip, and the gathers. Now it means you already marked the shoulder to the under bust for the first line. So the next part is the middle part, which is the shoulder to the waistline. So you are going to place your tape on the shoulder line and you mark your shoulder to the waistline. The next line now will be the shoulder to the upper hip. You are going to place your tape at the shoulder line and you mark your shoulder to the upper hip. You are going to mark it on the other side so you can connect it to have a straight line. So this here is the waistline, and this second line is the shoulder to the upper hip. So now all the measurements you are going to take, make sure it starts from this line here, the second line that is facing me. You are going to place your tape on the shoulder line and you are going to mark your shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 16, divided by 2 is 8. From that 8 inches, you are going to mark your sleeve length. The sleeve length I'm working with is 13 inches. So I'm going to add 1 inch for folding allowance. So in total, the sleeve length is 14 inches. So from that 14 inches, you are going to come down by 1 inch. This is for the slope, for shoulder slope. Come down by 1 inch. This is the 1 inch here. So you are going to come back to the new line here and you are going to mark your neck width. I'm using the neck width of 3.5. You can use 3 inches, you can use 4 inches. So I use 3.5. So this 3.5 now, you are going to connect it to meet the 1 inch slope. You are going to connect it like this. So this is what we have here. After you connect it together, you are going to take all the measurements you have here. You are going to take it together. So I have 22 inches. I will take that 22 inches. I'm going to mark it on the bust point line. After you are done marking it, you are going to connect the bust point line. You are going to connect it to meet the shoulder line, the shoulder slope. After that, you come to the under bust line. You are going to divide your under bust into 4 and you are going to add extra 8 to 10 inches. After marking it, you are going to connect that measurement. You are going to connect it to meet the bust point line like this, or just take what you have on the other bust, take it on the bust point line and connect it. So on the bust point line, you are going to go in by 2 inches, then come down by 2 inches. This is to just curve our armhole. So you are going to connect the 2 points and connect it like this, just shaping that part. After that, you come to the waistline. You are going to divide your waist by 4. Then you are going to add extra 1.5 inch for seam allowance. My waist is 40, divided by 4 is 10, so I added extra 1.5 inch to it. You come to your upper hip. You are going to mark your upper hip divided by 4, and you add the 1.5 inch to it. After that, you come back to the shoulder to the hip line here. This line here, you are going to come down by 3 inches. This 3 inches is going to be for the basque effect. So this is the 3 inches now. So I'm going to mark all these points. I'll connect them together like this. After that, I'll waistline to the under bust, just connect it like this. This is the straight line, just connect it into a straight line. After that, the actual measurements, you are going to connect it to meet the basque line like this. So this is what we have here. So you come to this point here, and you are going to add 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch is to join the lower part to this upper part. So you connect it by 1/2 inch there. After that, this is what I have. The next thing is to come back to the shoulder line, and you are going to mark your neck depth. I'm using the neck depth for the back. I'll be marking the back first. So I'm using 9 inches for the back neck depth. So that 9 inch, just connect it like this. After that, you are going to connect the neck width to the neck depth. So this is it. For the front, I'll be using the under bust as my neck depth for the front. So you are going to connect it like this as well. So this is it here. This is the front neck depth, and this is the back neck depth. As you can see, I'm using this different neck depth for it. So you come back to the end here, and you connect it to have a straight line. After that, you are going to cut it out. So this is how you are going to cut it. You cut out the shoulder to the under bust separately, then you cut out the under bust to the shoulder to the hip line separately. So as you can see, this is the 2 pieces here. This is what we have now. So when I'm cutting it, I'm going to cut it differently. So when you are cutting it, you add 1 inch on the shoulder line, you add 1/2 inch to join the down part like this. So after that, this is the down part. I'm going to mark my zipper allowance. So for the zipper allowance, I want to use 1 inch for my zipper allowance. You can leave it, you can use the 2 inches for your own, but I prefer to use 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So I'm going to connect the 1 inch like this. After that, I'll come to my waistline. I'm going to reduce the 1 inch on the waistline by 1/2 inch. I'm doing this because of the zipper bulge. You notice all this bulge on the zipper line. That's why I'm reducing the 1 inch on the waistline by 1/2 inch. After that, you are going to connect it like this. So all these points here, you are going to cut them out. After I'm done cutting it out, as you can see, this is what we have. So I went ahead to cut it out on my fabric. So I had 1/2 inch on the under bust, and on the shoulder line I added 1 inch on it. So this is the upper part, as you can see, the 1/2 inch there, and this is the down part. When you are cutting it your own, make sure you add 1/2 inch. I forgot to add the 1/2 inch on the down part. So this is what we have here. This is the back. So I'm going to show you how the back is. So we have 2 pieces for the back, and this is the down part. We have 2 pieces as well. So this is it now. So let's cut out the front. You are going to cut out this place now. So this is the shoulder to the under bust for the front, and this the 2 inches for the overlap on the front. So this is the down part here. So this down part, I'm going to cut out the zipper on the down part because you don't need the zipper on the front. So you cut it out. So this is what we have here. So this part now, when you want to cut it from the front, you are going to cut it on fold. So let's fold the fabric now and cut it out. So this is it here. I already fold the fabric into two, as you can see. So I place the front on it. After placing it, you are going to pin it together. When placing, make sure you leave 1 inch on the shoulder line. This 1 inch is for the drawstring. So pin it together like this. So after pinning, you are going to cut it out. When you are cutting it, don't forget to add, on the down part you add ½ inch, on the shoulder line you add 1 inch. After you are done cutting it out, this is what we have. So you are going to place it on each other like this. So this is how the front is. As you can see, the overlap on that part. So that is the essence of the 2 inch that we added at the front. To cut the downside, I already fold the fabric on fold as well, and you are going to place it on like this. That folded part is going to be on the folded part on the fabric. Then when cutting, don't forget to add the ½ inch on the upper, and we already add the down part. But since I did not remember to add the ½ inch on the upper part for the back, I will not be adding it on the front as well. So this is it. As you can see, this is the one pieces for the front. So this is the back. We have 2 pieces for the back here. So this is the back. As you can see, the zipper on the back. Now we need to cut out the facing for the front. So I already fold my fabric into 2. I place the fabric into 2 and I place the front on it like this, then cut it out. After cutting it out, I'm going to measure from this point. I'm going to measure 3.5. So on the upper part, I'll measure 3.5 also, and I'm going to connect it together like this, then cut out the excess. After I'm done cutting it out, I'm going to place it on the fabric like this, on the front like this. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it by 1/4 inch. So you are going to sew it like this, and you repeat the same process for the other side. So you take it to the sewing machine and sew it down. So after sewing, this is what I have here, as you can see. So I already went ahead to cut out the back facing as well. So I'm going to notch the back facing round. After sewing, this is what I have for the front. So to finish up the facing with the fabric, I'm going to use my hemi gum. I'll place my hemi gum underneath the facing and the main fabric, and when doing that, I will fold this place. I'm going to fold that rough edge. I'll fold it inside. If you have a weaving machine, you can weave it round, and that is what I will be doing. So you leave it like this and place your hemi gum underneath it. So this is how you are going to place your hemi gum. You open the facing and the main fabric, you place your hemi gum and you fold it like this, then you iron it down like this. So this is what I have after I am done ironing all the pieces together. After ironing the facing with the fabric, this is what I have for the front. So you are going to place it like this, and you are going to measure it down to be sure your cleavage is not going to show. So after that, you pin it together here. After pinning, you are going to take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it like this. So it means you are sewing the both of them together. After that, you can cut out all the excess on this part here. The next thing to do now is to go to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and fold the 1 inch we added on the sleeve. So you fold it ½ inch and you fold it again. You repeat the same process for the other sleeve, and you are going to do the same thing for the back. This is the front. You do the same thing for the back. This is it here. After I am done sewing it, this is what I have. I hope you can see the sewing. So this is it now. Next thing is to go ahead to join the shoulders together. So you are going to place the 2 shoulder, you are going to place it on each other like this, the front and the back. You place it on each other, then you pin it down. Remember, we had 1 inch on the shoulder line, so that 1 inch you are going to mark it around. So measure the 1 inch and connect it like this. Do the same thing for the other side, the 1 inch. After that, you are going to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it. So this is what I have after I am done sewing it now. Next thing to do is to go to ironing table and go ahead to go and iron it. I already ironed this other side, as you can see. So I'm going to show you how you are going to do the other side. You iron the seam open and you fold in 1/2 inch. You fold in the rough edge on the shoulder line. So let's go ahead to go and do that. So this is it now. I already iron it open. As you can see, the seam line is already open and is flat. So you are going to take one side like this and you are going to fold it. Remember, it's 1 inch, so you are going to fold in 1/2 inch. You fold that 1/2 inch, you fold it inside, then you iron it down. Just watch what I'm doing here. So after that, this is what I have now. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it at the tip of the folding. So this is what I have after I am done sewing it. As you can see, the sewing line. So the next thing is to cut out the rope for the drawstring. To cut out this rope for the drawstring, just measure whatever you have on the shoulder line and you are going to add 5 inch to that measurement. So here, this is the rope now. I already went ahead to cut out the rope and I sew it. So I have 4 pieces for the rope. One side we have 2 and the other side we have 2. For the rope, I went ahead to cut out the length of 1.5 inch. So I take that for 1.5 inch, I fold it into 2 like this and I continue to fold it again. That is how you are going to sew your rope. Cut out 1.5 inch and you fold it into 2. So I'm using my pin to insert the rope through the casing that we create already. So you are going to insert the pin like this and you are going to put it inside the hole that we already created for the rope. So you are going to push it gently. You have to take your time to do this. Then you bring it out on the other side. So when you bring it out on the other side, you are going to gently pull it till it's about to enter the hole. So after you notice that it was about to enter, you are going to take your pins and you are going to pin it like this. So you use the pin to secure the rope so it will not get inside. After that, you take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and backstitch it like 2 times. Then you fix the rest. So here I already fixed the 4 rope. This is what we have. As you can see, this is it here. So this is the drawstring there. So you tie it like this. And this is the other side. This is the second shoulder. This is what we have here. You just gently pull it, as you can see here. So you tie it as well. So this is what we have for this drawstring. This is what we have. So I'm going to lose it, then continue the sewing. The thing to do now is to take this place. This place here, you are going to gather it to your normal underbust measurement. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back to show you. This is what I have after I am done gathering it. This is what we have for the front, and as you can see, this is the back. We have 2 pieces for the back. Remember, this is it here. The next thing to do now is to join the other part, the other second piece to this gather now. So this is the front. I already fold it into 2. So I'm going to mark my normal underbust measurement. So I'm going to mark it out. So I already mark it. After marking, I'm going to notch it because I don't want the gathers to get to the sewing allowance. The next thing to do now is to place the 2 together like this. Make sure that the right side is facing each other. Then you take it to your sewing machine and sew it by 1/2 inch. Remember the 1/2 inch you added, you are going to sew it. Then you repeat the same process for the back as well. You're going to place the 2 together like this. You take it to the sewing machine and sew it by 1/2 inch. You repeat the same process for the other side. So let's go ahead to do that. So after I am done sewing it, as you can see, this is what we have here. This is the front and this is what we have for the back. The next thing now is to fold the front and the back together like this to go ahead to go and shape the side. So when you are placing it, make sure the sewing part, make sure it aligns and you are going to pin it. After pinning the both side, I'm going to go ahead to go and join it by the allowance I added. I added 1.5 inch, so I'm going to sew it by that 1.5 inch. So I'm going to sew it on the both side. So let me go ahead to go and do that and come back to show you the next thing to do. So here, this is what we have. As you can see, we are done with the upper part. So the next thing is to cut out the down part, and to do that, come back to the under bust. You are going to place your under bust on that line, measure what you have there. Make sure you are not measuring from the basque line, make sure you are measuring on the side. After measuring, I have 25 inches. So the length of the gown I'm working with is 55 inches. So I'm going to remove the 25 inches there. So after removing it, I have 30 inches. So this is what I have here. So this is the 30 inches in length. So this is it here. Now this is 3.5 yards of fabric here. The length, the wideness is 3.5. As you can see, is very long. So the wideness is 3.5. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold it into two like this. I'm going to fold it into two because we need to shape the center because of the basque. After folding it into two, you are going to come down by 2 inches. So you come down by 2 inches from the upper part. Then you are going to take your ruler now and connect it like this. Just give it a shape because of the basque at the center. Then you cut it out. So before you open it, make sure you notch the center because you will need it when you want to join the upper part. The next thing to do now is to measure the down upper part. You are going to measure the down here. You measure it round. So whatever you get there is what you are going to be gathered on the second part. So I have 44 inches, so I'm going to gather it round to 44 inches. So here, this is it. I already gather it round. As you can see, the gathers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this upper part. I'm going to locate where the notch is, the center, and I'll match the center by like this, then pin it together here. So you are going to take it to the sewing machine. Make sure you pin it down. So this is it here. You are going to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it by 1/2 inch. After I'm done joining it, this is what I have. As you can see here, this is what we have. The next thing to do now is to go ahead to go and join the back because we need to add the zipper. So I already turned it to the back. After turning it, I'm going to match all the sewing parts. I'm going to match them together like this. All the joining parts, you match them together and pin them together here. Make sure you pin the down part as well. So take the two together and pin it. After you are done pinning it, you are going to bring your zipper here and you are going to place your zipper like this to know where you want your zipper to stop. So I've marked my own. This is where I want the zipper to stop. If you are making your own, make sure you use a matching zipper. So after that, I'm going to pin the place now and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew it down by the allowance I added when I'm cutting it out. This is it after I am done joining in. So this is the opening part here that we are going to attach the zipper to. After that, after I'm done attaching the zipper, I'm going to fold the hem line by the 1 inch allowance I added when I'm cutting it. After that, I will come back to show you the final look. So here, this is the final look. As you can see, this gown came out so beautiful. If you have watched this video to this point, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video to your family and friends. I post sewing tutorial every week and the tutorial is a beginner friendly. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.